Alright, this one is from Fiddy. Fiddy's asking me my opinion on the top 5 at the Toronto Pro. That took place 2 weeks ago. Now you didn't specify, so I'll go through both. In the Open we had a Juan Morel winning. Juan Morel is awesome. Like, his most impressive thing to me is that flat stomach, is how tiny his hips and his waist are. And the fact that there's never an issue, it doesn't even remotely look like an issue. And it's crazy because he's the one known for legendary 20,000 calorie days and a crazy absurd amount of food he eats, and he still has the craziest small stomach, you know. So God bless him. He's super wide, massive chest, massive back. You know, that's where his strengths are. You know, the problems start in the lower body. His legs from the side are tremendous. Even from behind, he's got massive glutes, and you know, he had tremendous condition as well. From the front, his thighs are, you know, they're a little off, but it really depends on who he's standing next to, and you have to consider all factors when it comes to competition. You know, at first what you see, you might question once you step back and take a look at it differently. All right, so number 2, second place was Hakeem Williams. Hakeem looked incredible. Man, was I happy for him, and because he's been taking shit for a long time. Not taking shit, but getting shit from people. To, you know, when is he going to get in shape? When is he going to bring it? Well, he brought it. This is the best he's been since he turned pro at the North Americans, and he is peeled and thick, and when he's in shape, just everything looks so much better. It flows better, and he's got a taper. His quads are crazy now. He had everything. Now, that being said, you know, if I let personal, emotional feelings creep in, then I'd be like, yeah, Hakeem finally did it, you know, and he deserves the win. And I definitely thought that the day of the show. I'm like, he deserves to win. He should win. And, you know, bodybuilding being what it is, there's a lot of human error involved. There's a lot of, you know, there's not a computer to judge it for us. I'm going to say, okay, I'm okay with the decision. Because I like Juan. I like Juan's physique too. And he brought a certain amount of level of dryness that, although Hakeem was awesome, he wasn't near the dryness of Juan. It's two totally different types of physiques. But that being said, I wouldn't blink an eye if either one of them won. It was that close to me. Third place was Cedric McMillan. Now Cedric is arguably has the best physique in the world. Honestly, just from a structure point of view, from stature and structure, he's giant, 6'1". He looks 6'5". Beautiful shape to his muscles. The muscle bellies, they're all full and round, and how he carries himself and how he poses and displays his physique. There's nobody like Cedric. There's really nothing like him. So for me, even when he's not in shape, even when he's not 100%, I'm still mesmerized by the guy. I'm like, jeez, he's that impressive. And I think I wrote this on the muscular development boards a week or so before the show, where people are like, well, why is he doing the show? He's already, you know, why would he do it? He's already qualified, you know, because he won the San Marino Pro in November. Well, why not? You know, he's got children to feed, he's got bills to pay, and he doesn't have to go too hardcore to place and make some money. And we don't know what his contract structure is with his supplement company. He could get bonus for top 3. And that's exactly what happened. He wasn't even close to what he could be. Not even 75% of what he could be. And guess what? He still made some money. And still placed 3rd in a professional lineup. So that just speaks to how good Cedric is. He's incredible. And he could probably, honestly, in that condition, rattle off every show of the year and make some money. So that's pretty amazing. Where most people have to kill themselves just to place in the top 10. He just stumbles in there and is 3rd place. 4th place was Antoine Vaillant. Antoine took many years off, had his personal demons and had some issues, and he's fighting back. And man, am I happy and excited to see that. I actually worked with Antoine the year before he turned pro. I helped him prepare for a show. I met Antoine out in Hawaii. I was there guest posing, and he was there on vacation. And he asked me to help him, and I helped him, and he did very well. He looked awesome, but he wanted to be bigger, so he ended up turning pro working with John Meadows. John put some size on him. I just brought him in shape. But he ended up turning pro that next year. Did a few shows. Didn't do too well as a pro. And then he hit some type of, personal roadblocks that he had to deal with, and obviously he's got them under control now, and he's fighting, and man, he was in stellar condition, and I'm just so happy for him that he was, that was arguably the comeback of the year right now, where he was able to do what he did in place in a very competitive show and place well. So hats off to you, Antoine. In 5th place was Raphael. Raphael Brandao. I don't know how to really say it, but the Brazilian bombshell there. That kid's an animal. That was like his 4th show in a row. He's done very well at all of them. Beautiful physique. He's like a giant classic physique guy, tiny waists, tiny hips, round muscle bellies, decent condition. And I say decent because as he gets older, he's only 24 years old, as he gets older, that hard, mature, grainy look is going to make him look 20 pounds bigger. And he probably could put on 20 pounds in the next couple of years. I think he's around 247, 245, something like that. And on his structure, it looks amazing. He will put on some size just from doing what he's doing. He doesn't have to do anything crazy. He's going to grow just from maturity. So watch out for Raphael. He was awesome. I'll quickly run down the 212 as well. 212 winner was Zane Watson. Zane was 2nd in New York the week before. Zane's another one, man. He's crazy condition, good structure, wide shoulders, works like an animal. He's a hard worker, hard trainer. You can just see it on his physique. He was dry, vascular, and just enough size for that frame to be competitive in any situation, any show, really. He's another guy who's probably going to have to jump into the open at some point, because he's about 5'8", and he's just stifling his growth by staying in the 212. I would recommend him just putting on some size, not a ton, but he's a guy who could easily compete at 230, 235 in the next year or two and be very successful, because he's one of the favorites as far as posers goes. His presentation is amazing. He's really fun to watch, and he's a good guy, and he's young as well. I don't think he's even 30 yet, so he's got plenty of time to get better. 2nd place was Cody Montgomery. Speaking of young, from what I know, Chris Aceto is my coach, and Chris also works with Cody. I think he only had 10 weeks to prepare for this show. You know, literally, he went from scratch to 10 weeks in making it to second place in a pro show. I mean, that kid is just uber genetics, you know, and talent and hard work. So good for him. He looked awesome, to be honest with you. It could have been a coin toss. I wasn't there, but from pictures, it was, they each had something, the other one didn't. And obviously Zane is a hometown favorite. It was up in Canada. But you could have made an argument for either way. It was close. I think the right call was made, but it was damn close. Third place was Mohamed Eldora. He's unbelievable. I saw him. I met him in New York. He placed, I think, maybe 4th in New York, something like that, or maybe even a little higher. But I think he should have placed better in New York. Great condition, wide shoulders. He's only somewhere low 190 pounds. So he's got plenty of room to grow, and when he does, he's going to be nuts. He's got great leg separation. His coach, Sam, brought him up to me and showed me his legs, and the kid's awesome. He's going to be something special. He's also, I believe he's Persian, so he's he supposedly has the most followers on YouTube of any Persian bodybuilder. He's got something like 1 million followers or something crazy. So good kid too, very good kid. And fourth place was who was fourth? Yeah, Ahmad from Iraq via Sweden. He's been around a while now. He's still young as well. Another one with crazy structure, wide shoulders, some of the best abs in the sport. He's been knocked down for you know, his legs not being too great. They're decent. They're just not massive. But I think if he had massive legs, he'd have trouble making weight because, you know, he's getting bigger. I think he also is a lighter guy right now. Or he has been competing in the 190s. So he's got probably 8 to 10 pounds to grow. And he's just good. He's been in the first call out of every show, so he's dangerous, very dangerous. If he catches people off, he's going to keep climbing the ladder. And the final one, 5th place, was a new guy that I never heard of. It starts with a Q, his last name. Adolphus Cunell, Q something. He was he looked to be a taller guy. Beautiful, great muscle bellies, small waist. He looks like he can be good, but I don't know how these guys are making weight being that tall. I mean, I struggle to make weight, and I'm 5'3". These guys got to be 5'8", 5'9", and they're making weight and have a physique looking like this. So, man, the future is bright with bodybuilding, with 212, and I'm glad this show's being put on for the 212. There's a ton of them this year, and obviously that's because it's a little cheaper to put them on, but hey, it's getting a lot of publicity to a lot of guys that wouldn't be getting it otherwise. So that's it. That's my opinion. That's my wrap-up of the Toronto show. And hope you enjoyed it, and you don't have to agree with it, you just gotta listen. Alright, this is the Boston Mass. Thanks again for watching. Now, if you're not subscribing, subscribe now. Tell all your friends to subscribe. If you haven't, do it now. All right?